Yeah.
Hello, hello. What is up, Adobe Live? I'm so stoked to be here with you all this morning as your host. My name's Alex, if you don't know, but I go by Alex Copo Designs. I'm a brand designer and creative director based in Denver. And today I am joined with the incredibly talented Katelyn Wong.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Caitlin is a multidisciplinary designer based in Cali, and she just graduated from design school. So, Caitlin, how's your morning going?
It's been good. I actually got up early today, which is great. I made a coffee, so couldn't be better.
Good. We're caffeinated and ready to go.
Yes, we're ready. And I got good sleep last night, so
Nice,
that's
nice.
always the best.
It's very important. I got 9 hours last night, so that's crazy, but I'm feeling
Yeah.
ready. Cool. So, what are you going to be showcasing for us today?
Okay, so today I'm going to be going over my Adobe journal design that I designed for the Adobe Creatorship Apprenticeship, which I actually got to partner with Tyler Pate on for creative direction. And yeah, I'm so excited to show everyone. Okay.
Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to dive in with you.
Yeah.
Oops. And so, yeah, without further ado, I guess we can just kind of dive in, unless you want to give like a little bit more of an overview or insight into like what you've been up to lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you had a huge milestone with graduating school. So I feel like we could at least touch on that before we actually dive in.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Katelyn Wong. I go by Katelyn Wong Design, and I've been a graphic designer for 4 years. I went to CBU, which is California Baptist University in Riverside, and I literally just graduated 3 weeks ago, which is insane. Still can't believe it. It's like weird because I just moved and I'm starting my new job at the Brand Amp literally on Monday. So I'm super excited. The Brand Amp is a digital market. It's like a marketing and design agency out in Costa Mesa, and it's super exciting to just be able to start there. I did an internship last summer, and it was amazing. I love the people, I love the office, I loved the coworkers, and they offered me a full-time job, which is kind of crazy out of college, you know? I don't know, it's weird. It's
Definitely,
insane.
definitely crazy, but you deserve it.
And yeah, during college, I studied graphic design with a double concentration in graphic design and motion design. So I focused a lot on like digital graphics. I love graphic illustration, branding, of course. Every graphic designer loves branding. I love branding. I do a little bit of mostly like digital advertisement is what I'm going to be mostly focusing on in my job. Motion design, UI, UX, I kind of dabbed a little bit in everything. And yeah, I love design. It has been such a huge like part of my life. I love to tell the story on how like I didn't even know, well, like going into college, I wanted to be an aerospace pilot, and somehow I became a graphic designer, which
That's
is amazing.
different.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And yeah, design has been amazing. The people who have just been in my life mentoring me have been great. And Alex was actually my Adobe mentor, which is so amazing to be doing this live with her. So yeah.
Yeah, it definitely feels full circle kind of coming together and doing this stream together. Caitlin and I, through the Creative Apprenticeship Program with Adobe, got matched, and I was her mentor at the beginning of the year. And it's just so cool because it was before she landed her full-time job, before she
Mhm.
graduated. And so it's almost like we're coming back together now and like sharing these huge things that you've accomplished. And I'm just so excited to highlight you over the next hour and go through your process.
Yeah.
So we
Nice.
have some people entering the chat. Cody Bear, hello.
Hello.
Clever Devil, my girl Emily, Fishwife, she says hello. So I'm just
Hello.
going to be tuning into the chat
Yeah.
periodically. And yeah, I'll just keep you updated on things that
Yeah.
people are chatting about. So I think now it's good. We can start to jump into your workflow. I want to make sure we have enough time to get through it all.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. So I'm just gonna start off. I'm right now I'm using Adobe Moodboards, which is been a huge help for me, just kind of organizing kind of the overview of my projects and the flow of it. So I'm a super like O not OCD, but I'm a pretty I'd say I get pretty organized with like my design workflow. Like I like to have things like really neat and organized. Sometimes, not all the time, which is great about it because Adobe mood boards like creates these like really nice just categorized albums, which is great for me. And so we're just gonna start off with the creative direction. So I got this project back in, I'm gonna say November of 2025, and I was working alongside Tyler Pate, who is an amazing artist, another graphic artist, and he's the one who kind of gave me the creative direction and overview of what the project is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like kind of dive into that. So this is the creative brief that he gave me, of
Shout
course.
out Tyler Pate, by the
I know,
way.
shout out Tyler Pate and his awesome logo, which is amazing. So, yeah, this was the Adobe notebook design for the apprenticeship program. Not too sure a lot of people know here what the apprenticeship program is, but it's something that really helped me out as a student and kind of going into my early workforce as a designer. So it was like very sweet to be able to like do a design working with them, which is amazing. So, yeah. So this is the project overview. The need was a notebook designed for partner boxes. And he kind of gave me just the template and the specs of what I needed to do, which is great. Like learning as an early designer, making sure I knew like CMYK was, 300 DPI, all that stuff.
All
And
the technical
all
things.
the fun things.
Mhm.
And I was a huge big fan of the concept theme, which is creative flow, because every single time during school, I would always be like, okay, I need to get into a flow state. I need to get into my design flow state, which is like so important for me because flow states are just so like they're just so magical. Like you talk to other people who aren't doing design or aren't doing like other things and like they don't know what a flow state is. And once you get into one as a designer, it's like the most amazing thing ever.
That's
So,
so real.
yeah.
I feel like when I don't access my flow state, it's like when I know I need to go touch some grass.
Yes. Or like, yeah, I just need to step away from my computer because then
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, I'm not in my flow state anymore.
Hmm.
So these were the boxes that it was going to go into for the notebook design. And so this is the mood board, which I had back over here that everyone can see. And basically the mood board that Tyler was going for was very like illustrative, bright, colorful. He grabbed a inspiration from this car design that I designed, like for a car deck, and the theme I had was like funky, fancy, abstract, colorful, bright, exciting, and I was like, this is perfect for me. Like I love using color and I love like simple illustrations, but like the color makes it even better. So when I saw this, I was like, yep, gotta grab something from here. I love this idea. I love just the colors that come with like this kind of design. So that was the creative direction for the notebook. And from there, he was kind of just like, okay, go crazy. Go like just have fun, kind of figure out what creative flow means to you. And so I started doing some research. Obviously, I love just like finding random little illustrations on the internet that I take like a lot of inspiration from. So I was like, this is amazing. Dance party, like illustrated character, some fun little like patterns and icons and just things that make it fun and feel alive. And so I started thinking and I was like, creative flow to me is like when I have my little like safe sp like setup of space and I put on some music, I light a candle, I have my cool little organized desk that I get to just design and like just fall into my own little like creative world and I was like this is kind of where I want to go. So this is kind of like you could kind of see the idea I was going for.
For sure.
Mostly I was like disco party because that's how I feel whenever I like am designing and put on a good song.
I love that. Yeah, you got to dance it out. I was gonna say that girl dancing in the middle. the vibe.
I know, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I gotta make her, I gotta make someone it feel alive.
hmm
I like
Yeah,
switch.
I see the vision already coming to life with it.
What's your go-to like design songs or like genre of music?
Oh, man, honestly, like I am somebody who likes to design in silence.
Really?
I don't know what that says about me. Like, I might have some crazy energy going on, but like, it's either silence or lo-fi. I
Okay,
like
yeah.
just, I can't really have words because I think my
Yeah.
brain like goes off and then I forget what I'm doing and I'm singing the song.
Yeah.
So I like lo-fi.
Uh,
I'm super into electronic music, so anything that's like kind of
I know.
slower,
Yeah.
but like a little like ambient as well. So, what about you?
I also I can't really listen sometimes. Can't really
Mhm.
listen to words either. I don't know what it is like with like songs and words, but I am a big like jazz. I'm a big jazz person. So
Love
some
that.
jazz or um I don't know if you ever heard of Krungbin, but they're fun
Mhm.
little like design music
Yeah.
and just like instrumentals. And I've
Mhm.
also been getting into house music. So that has
Ooh,
been really fun to design to.
who have you been listening to in that genre?
I I don't know the names of them because I've just got into it, but my roommate is like really into it. And so she's been putting me on some people.
Love
But
some house
yeah,
music.
I love
Fisher.
it.
Fisher's one of my faves.
I'll give them I honestly I need recommendations.
All right,
So
I'll send you some later.
yes. But yeah, it's been fun listening to like that kind of music. But yeah, this is just kind of the direction I want to go into.
Cool. So
I
you're
yeah,
doing all of this within Firefly boards, right?
yes, this is all on Firefly board, so just kind of dragged and dropped all my images that I wanted to have in just a specific area
Mhm.
for like just like kind of creative flow. So I had like my art direction, and then this is my like inspiration that I wanted the notebook to kind of visualize, and then right here, which was really cool on the mood boards, was that I wanted to create many different kind of color schemes and kind of see what I wanted to play around with for my color palette. So what was really cool was I wanted to do like three different kinds of color, like mood boards for my color palette and color swatches. And
Mhm.
so I did like like three rows, and it
Mhm.
was cool because you could literally just drag and drop and just pin a color. So I kind of took a lot of inspiration from all these colors and made a bunch of different mood boards. So like it was really cool because I think I ended up going with this top one right here. And it was fun just to see that I could take like just inspiration of colors that have worked for like other designers and kind
Mhm.
of just mess around and tweak with it. So I kind of got a base and then just went in, kind of saw where exactly I wanted it to be, if I wanted the colors to change. And yeah, it was just really cool because I have everything right here. And
Mhm.
then I can kind of just work on from this as my base of like my inspiration to like what color palette and like what colors I wanted to do. So yeah.
That's why I love Firefly boards. I really don't know what my life was like for ideation before Firefly boards because, like, the fact that it's an infinite canvas, you can
Yes.
drag and drop imagery. It doesn't bog down your computer. It lets you have high res images, and like
Yeah.
the fact that you can have all these color swatches and like view
Yeah.
them so close to each other next to your mood board is
Yeah,
iconic.
literally. And I don't know about you, but like before I was using this, honestly, I just dragged and dropped images into my Illustrator file, and the file would just be so massive.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So
it
massive.
bogs down your computer. Get the color wheel of death. It's just not a good
Yeah.
for
Or you're
anybody.
like, wait, where did I put that image? And then you have to go back and find it. So, yeah, this has been a huge help for like my creative flow
Mhm.
and just really nice to just have everything in one place. And yeah, as Alex said, it's like an infinite board. So, really cool that everything is just here. And so then from here, once I was done kind of figuring out the direction I wanted to go, I went and I started my Illustrator file,
Cool.
which yeah. So I started my Illustrator file, and obviously, before even touching my computer, something I love to do is just go straight to sketching. That's like huge thing for me is I still love to kind of just once I get all my digital ideas, I love to just kind of sit down, take a sec to just like kind of take in what I want to design and what message I'm trying to convey into my designs because something that I really love as a designer is I don't like to just make things like pretty. I want to like tell a story and like that's like what we are as designers is like we're storytellers and we communicate things like visually. So I was like, okay, I want to visually communicate me sitting down away at my desk at school with my fun little setup. So usually I have like some posters and I love filling up my wall and I always love a good set of flowers like kind of at my desk to just even though I'm not outside all the time, I still feel outside with flowers, you know? So if I needed to touch grass, I could just touch my flowers. And then huge coffee person. You can see
Mhm.
right here, you know? And I was like, I'm gonna put in a coffee. And then I love designing with music and I wanted to have kind of my headphones on, listening to music and kind of falling away into this world of like creativity and like my imagination running. And so I was like, this is perfect. Like, what does my mind look like when it's designing? And that's kind of the creative flow that I wanted to illustrate. So I had a few, sorry, what was
I
that?
said I love that.
Thanks.
Don't mind me. You're also getting some love in the comments. Someone said I love the colors and prints.
Oh,
That was from Cecilia Wong. Do you
hey,
know?
shout out, mom.
Your mom? Yes. Love my mom.
Yes. Guys, I love my mom.
And then somebody else, I don't know what his name is through his tag, but he said Caitlin's the future. Let's go. So you're getting
Oh, thanks, guys. Hi, mom.
and just as a reminder for anybody joining, my name's Alex and this is Caitlin, and she is just guiding us through her ideation process right now. Started in Firefly boards and now we're in Illustrator illustrating a journal.
Yeah, cool. Okay, before I want to start, I kind of want to just show a little bit of my, guys, I'm like really proud of my file setup. Something I learned in my internship at the Brand Amp, man, changed my life because now I don't have to always look for my files.
Yeah,
But
naming files, key. Folders, key.
key, assets and exports, key. So, okay, this is kind of where we first went. And I was thinking kind of like from the back
Mm,
looking forward. And this was kind of my idea. So I wanted to be very colorful. I wanted to do kind of like a patch style design where it was like all these different little icons. Yeah, as I said, like music is a huge part of my creative flow. And then something that's special to me is like my comfy area where I design like my safe space. And so we went through a few kind of um, illustrations and kind of ideations of what I wanted to do. This was more of like a free-flowing design with a disco ball. Obviously, I had to add that in there. And
love
then
that.
this one was kind of more of an organic. Um, so I wanted to really play around with the different kind of styles that I could do for my like creative flow. So I was like just fun free for all, patch style, or just very organic. And we ended up landing on a more kind of like textile pattern design and which was great because it actually allowed me to kind of think about what I wanted to put in the little boxes. So I was like party in my mind, my
That's
music.
what I chuckled at. Love it.
Yeah. And so that is how we landed here.
I love that. I'm gonna interrupt you again. I love that you've taken like realistic elements and like physical things like a disco ball and like a light bulb, and you've kind of combined it with this like cubist style of like breaking things up into a grid. I think it's really cool how you've combined those two
Yeah,
elements.
thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like the light bulb was for like, oh, I finally got that idea. And then turning on the music and then just flowing and then all these fun little patterns. And obviously I was like, gotta add in some iconic Adobe icons. Where else would I be without them? So
Nowhere.
yeah, this is what I wanted to do. And then I started sketching kind of some patterns that I wanted to use and kind of create that would be fun to kind of just put them all together. And that is how we got here. But before we go and kind of like this was the final design, I kind of want to just show how I created each part and work through it because even though it's like seems like a very simple like grid design, I kind of want to go through all the sections that created this.
Mm,
So we have the back cover, the spine, the front cover, and so I started over here, and here are my small pattern icons that I wanted to make. So everything I wait. Yeah. Okay. So I brought in my color palette from the Adobe mood boards and I just dropped that in because I knew that is the base of the colors that I wanted to do. And so I just started designing each little pattern and I could just kind of show you did that. Super simple.
mhm.
Lock those up.
It looks simple when you break it down like this, but if you just were to look at the journal, like, I don't design in this style ever, I'd be like, "Where do I start?" Like, I don't even know. So it's really cool to see your process and how you break it down into, like, individual tiny little squares, and then you build a
Yeah. And I could just kind of like go through a few of my favorite. So this one was really fun because if we ungroup it, it's kind of just a bunch of tiny little triangles that I kind of grouped together
Oh
to
my
make.
gosh, I also just realized I have Tyler's sticker right here on my water bottle. So once again, shout out Tyler Pate.
I want a Tyler Pate sticker and I'm gonna ask him.
He's got
Yeah.
some cool ones. Okay, so you broke this up into even smaller shapes.
Yeah. So
Okay,
my thing was like the simplest of the simple that I could get just to make other shapes. So yeah,
right.
took a triangle, sliced that in half. Well, took a half a triangle, put them together, made a square, and then like square, boom, and then group that. Square, square. Obviously it'd be a little neater when I was doing it, but
Mhm,
and then just kind of like twisting and turn each one to kind of make that pattern design of
mhm.
what I wanted it to look like. And what's fun with this is like you could literally just try so many different styles using these. So this is the
Right.
one that I ended up going with. And I said it kind of looked like a little fan, but
Mm,
like
mhm.
instantly could switch it up and make this kind of style of square. And it was just really fun to play around with all the different kind of styles that I could make using just simple shapes and just sitting there. I was just kind of sitting there and just like, okay, what do I want this to look like? What shapes can I make? So yeah, instantly there were so many different kind of things that I can make with just these triangle ones, which is like so funny to me.
I feel like that's an exercise in and of itself that any designer should put themselves through. I'm sitting here like, I need to just kinda sketch some squares out and see what happens, 'cause the more you
Yeah,
manipulate it, the cooler they look, and
yeah,
especially, like, being the same color palette, all of them, and just being kind of monochrome,
yeah,
they just look really nice together.
yeah. And yeah, it was just fun to just be like, okay, what am I gonna create now? Because making this, I had came out of my fall semester, and I feel like I was just like cranking out designs in fall at school, and I was a little burnt out. So this was a fun, it was project during winter break, and it was just so fun to just kind of create and do. And actually, part of this project I was doing on a plane because I was going on a trip, and it was just so fun because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna create on a plane and see what happens.
That's
So,
so relatable. I actually do my best work on planes. I know that
yes,
probably sounds weird, but, like, I love bringing my laptop, my sketch pad, and, like, it doesn't matter if the flight's at 4 AM, like, I will work through the flight. So
stay
I'm
up
glad
the
to have
whole
a lot.
flight
Yeah.
and just create because it's so, I don't know, literally, I feel the same way about planes. I don't know what it is.
I haven't really met anybody who's similar, so
Okay, I guess we gotta go on a plane together
I
and
guess so.
just sketch. So, yeah, that was like what was really fun with these ones.
Well,
And
I don't love that you were feeling burnt out, but I love that this kind of even amidst the burnout allowed you to,
Mhm.
like, access that creative flow
Yeah,
and kind of channel that in a different way than your structured school projects.
yeah, it was just really nice. Like, My professors always tell us this, like even after I graduate, but it was just a great reminder to, even when we design, like when I start my job or if other people are like doing their job, like it's always fun to just do something fun and creative for yourself. And even though this was kind of an assigned project that I got to partner with Adobe, it did feel like a fun creative project just for myself. Because
Mhm.
there's like when you create for yourself, there's just so much freedom of like ideas, or there's not a specific timeline that you have to do to, even though there was for this project, but like it didn't feel like it because it was just so much fun and just
Right.
like taking like, oh, um, creative flow and then being like, what the heck can I make that will show my creative flow? And yeah, it was just a great reminder that I need to just create sometimes for myself or like do a passion project for myself once in a while. So,
I feel
yeah.
like that's so important and like a reminder to everybody. I mean, especially you entering the workforce and, starting your career in the design industry. It's like I have found myself the most burnt out when I'm not doing work for myself and I'm not
Mhm.
allowing myself to access that creative flow just on my own for my
Mhm.
own inspirations or whatever it is. So I think it's so important to make time to do those things. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you have to balance work projects and things like
Yeah.
that, but just finding the time for it's important.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, that's like my one goal when starting work is like, okay, I'm gonna make sure to do some fun projects on the side for myself or just some freelance fun projects too.
Well, it's also one of those things you can create a project that you want to do.
Hmm.
Let's say it's like, I don't know, designing a food truck like wrap to put
Hmm.
around it. Like if you want to
Yeah.
do that, you can just use it as a passion project. And then who knows, like that could attract an actual client to
Yeah.
pay you for it, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's happened in my career. And I think it's really cool when you kind of access your passion projects and it like kind of unlocks like a new style for you to
Yeah.
pursue your own work.
Yeah. And yeah, this one was kind of like I've done kind of pattern work before for my like card deck design, but I've never really just like fully done this kind of pattern. So it was just cool to like kind of try out this new style and I ended up loving it. So
Trust it.
definitely gonna use this style in the future for like other projects that I want to do. So yeah, it was just kind of cool little discovery of, oh, I like this. I don't like this. This is
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, there's some other patterns. So I did the triangle one, the massive triangles together. Um, Kind of did like a fun checkered board design, just made this one. I don't know why I did it, but I made up little squares, which is what you could do in this one. And then also did kind of this circle in a square, literally taking like the simplest like shapes and just making that fun. And then I was like, dartboard, adding another circle in the middle. And
Dartboard.
then it's cool because like you take one thing, I can make another version of it of just the colors swapped.
Fingers.
So it's
Mhm.
like so many endless possibilities of just little fun designs.
Yeah, I love how they look inverse because I think I cannot speak today. The colors complement themselves so well together and like the contrast of them as well.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
good job picking your colors.
Thank you. And then this one was fun too, just kind of half of a square, half of the square, and then turning that rectangle into just two triangles. Boom. Another shape. Inverted the colors. And then this one was super fun because I was like, it'd be cool, even though we're using squares, to kind of make like the square into a massive square, which is super fun. And I was like, it could be cool to make this massive circle inside, smaller circle in the middle, and then just be able to break that up and kind of put them where I wanted it and kind of just taking it and just adjusting it and making it fun. Yeah.
That looks cool.
So this was fun because like once you kind of had this huge breakup between everything, you can kind of just play around with what you want to go in between them. Then I also did just like the massive circle version, which was kind of replicating these right here. So yeah, once I had my base of all of my shapes kind of done, kind of
Mhm.
set them off to the side, and I was like, okay, this is perfect time to start the fun part, which was adding it to my massive kind of grid that I wanted to do. And sorry, before I get a little excited, before I will go over there, there's some other things that I wanted to just show that I designed, which was the same size squares as these patterns, but it was just different versions of the Adobe icons. So obviously the text tool, pen tool, which is my favorite,
So cute.
and just some kind of like iconic things because I was like, well, when I'm designing, I'm using Adobe, and what are some tools that I use the most? And I was like, okay, this is it. Put them all into fun little icons, colorize them, and I was kind of just going for this red and yellow themed with like the pink, which was a part of the like color mood board that I wanted to do. And then just kind of changing it up, like inverting a few. There were some times where I was like, okay, maybe I can make this red and I don't know, the background yellow, and
Mhm.
just kind of playing around with what I wanted to do. And even though that was really fun, the most fun part was kind of designing my character that I got to put into my journal because obviously I was like, I gotta show that I was designing. So it was really fun to kind of just sketch myself out and make this fun little character design. I've only kind of done characters once or twice in some other projects, so this was really fun to just be able to sit down and like kind of, I don't know, make my own style of like the illustrated character I wanted to do.
And just kind
And
of put yourself creatively and from an illustrative point of view as well.
yeah, and it was cool because I was like, make my MacBook red, boom, fun, and then some little headphones. And so for my setting, I wanted to incorporate a few like kind of things that I would have on my kind of table. And obviously I always had my little lamp, my set of flowers. And what was really cool about this is that when I was kind of placing everything on how I wanted it to go, I was like, okay, the lamp looks a little weird and I don't want to put the lamp on that side. So, guys, turntable game changer. Because watch this.
You're about to put some people onto this.
Boom! Look, look at that, guys. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, when I first found about this, I was like, what the heck? This just saved me so much time.
Insane.
So I was like, okay, could switch it over, have the
Mhm.
lamp kind of going at an angle, or just have the lamp going to the like right instead. And it was cool because I was just playing around with that. There's even these tools where you could kind of change like the angle that way. And that was fun. So I kind of had the lamp just going there.
Well, that's the
And
thing too. I think Turntable is so versatile and you could be an animator and you could duplicate the frames and like the angles and tilt it, but from like a 2D point of view, you could simply just change the angle for the purpose of like fitting into your composition better, which is what you did.
yeah. And this one too, kind of just I just also just wanted to play around and test out like the like software and see how that looked and just seeing how my flower
Oh,
thing.
it's so cute when you rotate it like that.
It's honestly kind of cool because I wanted to just do this the whole time on the notebook, even though that's like not possible.
You
But I
should
think that
animate
was
it like that and just have it like spinning.
yeah, and
It's
like
so adorable.
yeah, or the disco ball. Oh, that'd be cute.
You're onto something there.
I'm on to something right now. We'll do it. Okay. So yeah, this is the little like kind of I like setup that I want to do, and once again, just very simple shapes to make all of my kind of objects. I'm a very simple, sometimes simple gal when I sometimes like when designing and just taking very simple things and making it one.
I think some things are so over detailed nowadays that it's good to like get back to the simplicity of things and just break it
Yeah.
into shapes. Shapes,
Yeah. Shapes and lines.
shapes and lines, baby.
So this is my fun little, I don't even know what I was doing that day. Honestly, I was just in my creative flow and I was like, fun little star character. Boom. And I came up with this little star character, which I was like, honestly, this is just me when I'm creating. And I was like, how cute would he be? Just kind of somewhere in the notebook. And obviously again, did my little turntable kind of just to see what he
Oh,
would look like and kind of just played around with it, which is so cool, guys. Look at boom.
well, I mean,
And
it saves so much time because you don't have to explore drawing it at
yeah,
like a little bit of a different angle, you know?
yeah. So kind of took him. And once I had all of my smaller assets and just like what was going to make up the base of the journal done, I just kind of put off those to the side and obviously kind of like colorized every single one using the color theme. And that is how we got to here. Woo! Yes.
So awesome.
Yeah, this is kind of everything put into place. It's kind of section off, section by section. So obviously kind of did this layout first, had my grid system that I kind of wanted to go with, and just kind of went in, just had fun with the layout. Obviously, like not everything is exact specific grids, but it was cool just to play around what I wanted to do and how I wanted to design it. So it was fun just even kind of cutting off certain shapes, as you could see. That's one whole square, but just kind of sectioning it off to where it could look with just different designs in it laying down.
Mhm.
Put in my fun little icons, my little star character. This one is also a cool one because this is my little light bulb character. Let's go ahead and
The
go.
eyes, I love how you do the eyes and the smile. Again, so simple, but so adorable. And it draws you in, you know, it gives it like a personality.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I also love how you broke up the grid so it's not just like a standard grid system and you kind of plop
Hmm.
the elements in strategically. It
Yeah.
just makes it more interesting.
Yeah, because the first round I did was just a specific grid.
Mhm.
And it's not that it didn't look cool, because it was really cute, but it
Mhm.
was like, how can I make this a little bit more different? Kind of push that boundary of just line, 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 line. Like, what if there's just a section with just these two strips of rectangles that are supposed to be, see? Yeah,
Mhm.
not a square.
Mhm.
And just kind of having fun. It was cool because everything is kind of broken off into a section. So you can see this is a section right here. This whole piece is a section. I think, yeah, this is a section right there. That's a section. This one was fun. I really liked this little kind of side piece.
Again, the
Or,
colors are so on point.
yeah, thank you. And then even like this part too earlier where I was talking about is I wanted to make kind of that whole massive circle, but then just kind of playing around with like the colors and inverting those.
Mhm.
Or kind of this one was fun, but the checkered board one, which is
Mhm.
again just all the little triangles made
So
up in one. And so yeah, that was just fun to start manipulating, and the even more fun part was colorizing it because obviously before doing all of these, before there
mhm.
was color, I had them in this pink and red. So it was fun because I like to work a little bit more like just have it simple design and then add the fun color so I don't get ahead of myself because I always tend to do that, start adding color at the beginning. So it
Mhm.
was kind of colorize those and just kind of make sure like the color was balanced. There wasn't too much blue altogether or too much red altogether or too much yellow or pink and that it seemed pretty even. And then also once all those were done, adding in my fun little characters. So I had yeah, the disco ball, the light bulb guy, and my little star character. And then kind of just did the same thing to the back cover and just had fun because I didn't want to just copy and paste this whole thing and just boom, plop it down over there. Kind of just made a different version of it, which was super fun. Because even this one, like, even though it's not a square again, these are all its own little
Yeah, that
rectangle.
was smart to switch it up instead of just copy and paste because I think a lot of designers would do that. But again, just to make it more interesting and less predictable, I love that you switched colors up and like the placing of things. That
Yeah.
was
And something that was really funny was I remember just sitting there after I was done with everything. And the thing that took the most thinking was like, okay, do I make the spine yellow,
that was the hardest
orange,
part.
blue? I literally sat there. and was just staring at each one. Because I was like, okay, this is the make or break deal. Like, what color are we gonna have it? And I don't know why, but that was probably the most like just thinking back and forth, like, okay, what color do I want the spine? So I
I
ended up
think
going with
yellow
the
was a
yellow.
smart choice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, once I was done with the base of the journal, I went ahead and made this kind of cutout of just my desk space. So I didn't want it to be too, like, just too much patterns and designs going on. I kind of wanted that to be simple. So I
Mm-hmm.
have my table, kind of this cutout of what it looks like in my brain, kind of plopped my little figure in the middle. And then, yeah, took my little like lamp flower icon and just like arranged that there and put that there and just kind of built this fun little setting of what it would look like of my mind when it was designing.
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks like we have like about 10 minutes left. I know you wanted to jump into some mock-ups as well. I don't want to cut you off from your creative flow into this, but
Yeah.
I think you broke it down really well, and the way that you mapped it all out is great.
Thank you.
I
Yay.
think the white space as well, like we didn't chat on that, but it just breaks it up just enough so it's not like too much heavy color, you know?
Yeah. Because yeah, that's another part too. It's like kind of thinking like, okay, what do we want that to be? But then just having it be very like just different. I don't know the word.
It
Yeah.
balances it.
Yeah, the balance. There we go. So once it was done, exported that file and um exported it, yeah, together here. And so Tyler ended up adding this little tag down here, which is the Adobe Creative Apprenticeship artwork by Katelyn Wong Design, which is super cool.
Look
And
at
then
you.
yeah, I want to show the mock-ups that I did, but I also, if we have time, I want to jump into Firefly.
For sure.
So
And
these
yeah,
were
we have a couple more people who have joined. Nathan said this is amazing. And again, I'm Alex. This is Caitlin. We're going through her
the
illustration process for designing a journal for Adobe. And so now she's going to take us through some mock-ups.
yeah. So here are the a few mockups that I made. Usually I'll just find a mockup online, and something that I like to do with my mockups is I don't like to just keep it the way that it was because then it's not going to be original. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use the base of this journal, and I was like, how can I make this fun and exciting and more Caitlin? So I added this kind of like just layover of the pattern in the back to all of my mock-ups.
That's a nice touch.
And it just made it because this is what it was kind of like before. And not
Mhm.
that it's bad, but it's like I just wanted to make it a little more detailed and fun. So add that little pattern. And this is it. This is my favorite one that I did. Kind of went into Photoshop, um, did the mock-up, add the background, and then kind of just adjusted and played with the colors and the lighting. But something that I want to show here is we're going to go over to Adobe Firefly. Okay. And then we're going to upload.
So when I was mentoring you, I think I took you through a little tutorial for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is like such a
full
full
circle.
circle. So you could like remind me again, which one was the one, the model that you like to use?
I like to use that one,
Okay.
Gemini 3.1.
Okay. And then yeah, I'll just do that.
The aspect ratio, too, for anybody tuning in, if this is new to you, this is such a game changer because you can choose vertical and the aspect ratio is perfect for a reel on social media. So you don't have to do any cropping or anything like that. Like you can literally just generate it and then put it right in, and it's perfectly flush to the screen.
Yeah. So yeah, what I just did is I put my model, aspect ratio, and then I uploaded my image reference of what I wanted it to generate with. So that is kind of my base. So then we're just gonna go in here and we're gonna be like generate or create a mock-up of what should I create a mock-up using this image. No, create a mock-up.
We're putting
to
you on the spot.
create a mock-up. That's all.
That's it. Create
Um,
a mock-up of the reference image as a journal on a table at an Adobe Creative Conference.
Let's go, guys. Not a good speller. Create a mock-up of the image as a journal, a table at.
The prompting is definitely something like you just get more familiar with over time. But there's such a learning curve to it.
Generate.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as we're waiting, um, yeah, yeah. Thank you for just like everyone listening to kind of my just creative flow. Um, just yeah, super thankful for
Yeah,
just.
it's been great. I feel like you broke everything down so well, and like it was just very insightful to kind of see like how you break it into the small shapes and then build out bigger shapes, and ultimately just how you landed on this really awesome design.
Yeah, thank you.
Which, by the way, Adobe is printing this. It's legit. It's a real journal at the conference in New York. I think the conference is next week.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be there and you see this journal, take a picture and send it to my girl Caitlin.
Yes, definitely pick it up, take a picture with it. I want to I want to see it in person because it's just like something I was telling Alex earlier is that like it's just so cool when you have your physical printed design. Like there's just something so awesome about that. I don't know if is it
Hit generate.
did it I don't know if it went there before.
I don't think you hit it.
No, oh no.
It's okay. We have 4 minutes, so hopefully your computer isn't about to explode by doing
Okay.
this stream and also using Firefly.
Hey, we're still at 82%. Okay, it says new images.
Oh, maybe you did hit it, and I was just being a brat.
Or maybe not.
Maybe hit refresh.
Okay, wait.
Maybe refresh the page.
This might just like refresh the whole page.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm sure it's just because we're on Zoom and we're live.
And yeah, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay, yay, you got him. Just get
All
out
right.
of that.
Get out of this
Get
one.
started, I guess. I don't know.
There we go. Oh my
Aw,
God, that's so
that's
cool.
cute.
And yeah, there we go, guys. I'm gonna upload this to my story. Here is just, which is perfect because don't have to edit or manipulate any of the image size. Literally, this is going straight up on my story right after. But
So
yeah,
stay.
how crazy is this?
Yeah, that turned out good. I mean, again, it's like the prompting, you kind of just have to play around with it sometimes. Like it could be a little bit wonky, but I love it because you can just use this image as a reference image now and then
Hmm.
edit that image directly in
Yeah,
Firefly. So if you wanted to like change the color of the mug or change the image on the screen, like you can get really fine-tuned with it.
yeah. And yeah, just like kind of like the mock-up that I made earlier. Yeah, just using it as like the base and just having fun with it and making it your own custom personalized style.
For sure. And
Mm.
then to push it even further, I think I talked to you about this. You can use this image and then go back to generate and do generate video and then plop this image into generate video. And then you could make like an 8-second little animated thing using this image that you generated with AI. And then you can get a video for your reels. So
Yeah.
the capabilities are really endless with Firefly.
Yeah. Yay.
But it turned out so good.
Thank you.
I mean, we did really well with the timing. Look at that,
Yeah, let's
10:49.
go.
Is there anything you want to share with people tuning in before we check out?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm just going back to this. Yeah, thank you guys so much for just listening and joining and tuning in. Yeah, I'm just so thankful to be able to just do this live with Adobe and to do this live with you because it's such a full circle for me and Alex. And yeah, I'm just, I guess, just yeah, so today I went over my design that I did for the Adobe Apprenticeship Program, where I partnered with Tyler Pate and got to create just a journal design for the theme of creative flow that is going to be printed in New York next week. Yeah.
So cool. So excited to see it too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Caitlin. It's been a really awesome hour just like diving into this and your process. Um, for those who are here, stick around. We have some more live streams coming up today. I think Jake Driscoll is up next with my
Shout
host.
out Jake.
You know Jake? I don't think I
Jake.
know Jake, but I know the host, Jacob Paris. So shout out to both of them.
Yeah. Jake.
But yeah, again, my name's Alex and this is Caitlin, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time. Bye, guys.